You have no idea how many. You have no idea what's coming. We smell Christian blood. We are waiting for our day. And when the call is given, millions of us will be released. And they looked at me and said, you believe in revivals and you believe in Pentecost and the power of God. You believe in all that. We believe in the Black Awakening. Satanic ritual abuse is inseparably connected to multiple personality disorder. All of society knows since the late 70s, and even DSM-3, DSM-4, those are the diagnostic manuals for psychology. They all know that all of a sudden, multiplicity started showing up everywhere. They call it DID now. So the secular world, they're registering, millions coming in for diagnosis on that. Now, they don't know how to handle the satanic side. So I'm going to tell you just straight out, after 38 years of dealing with it, not only is SRA real here in the United States, that there are millions of victims by design, that there's now generations of them. We deal with 65 and 70-year-olds. They're the first generation. Then we go to 40-year-olds and 20-year-olds. I got 8-year-olds and 12-year-olds we're dealing with. Because if you don't stop this somewhere, they do it to the next generation. That's by design. That's the way it's supposed to be for them. But it occurs in selection. It's generational. It caused simply to say that they bring a lot of trauma to the child to cause split in personality, so that they can demonize and or begin to program. You're going to be a witch. You're going to be a conjurer. You're going to be a program shooter. All kinds of these things happen, and then they're raised in that system. And they're raised to keep all of that hidden down and just have kind of little Joey up or little Sally up. And they may not know until they're 15, 16. They may not know what's inside them till later on. But millions have already showed up at psych wards all across America since the late 70s to this day. More are coming. Now here's the other side of it. We've been to Canada, Scotland, Geneva, Switzerland, Germany, Poland. They're all over there. We just got back from Scotland, UK, and we met one of the guys there, one of the leaders in the whole nation on the subject, and same issue. It stems from the original Nazis creating a master race. Wherever the Nazis went in the early 50s, rat lines all around the planet, wherever you see them going to escape, then you see the rise of SRA. So we need to rename this. SRA that's the tools to hammer this in and to augment these people and to bring the demonization and to create them. But really it is part of the master race development that started back in the late 30s. And Himmler's goal was to create 200 million of them. When I started dealing with ritually abused individuals, then we dealt with military-oriented, highly trained, programmed shooters and assassins inside of them. When we began to deal with them, I dealt with someone from Fort Bragg for quite a while and a few others. We were sitting in a lake, Conneaut Lake. They reached over and ripped open my shirt to see if I was wired, if I was wiring and recording them. And they were the most sophisticated satanic warrior type person. They knew 5-6 languages. They knew the ancient Twilight languages. They knew how to conjure. They knew how to use Belteshazzar, Okwam, all these old Pictish languages of the Druids to summon. They are the real Luciferian. They've been through many human sacrificial things. So they sat there to tell me some of those things, what they've been involved with, how they sacrifice a human. I'm listening to all this stuff from them. And then they said to me, you have no idea, Russ, how many of us there are out there. How many satanic, they use the term, chosen ones. You have no idea how many. You have no idea what's coming. We smell Christian blood. We are waiting for our day. And when the call is given, millions of us will be released. And they looked at me and said, you believe in revivals and you believe in Pentecost and the power of God. You believe in all that. We believe in the Black Awakening, a multi-continental release of power to activate the program demonized, where they've weaponized the demonic powers to these super soldiers. they have to do it at the moment the Antichrist is, like you read in 2 Thessalonians 2, that it's caught the echo, the restrainer is holding back the apocalypse of the Antichrist, the unveiling in his movement. So right now he's held restrained. Soon as he who restrains is removed, soon as that occurs, we have white horse, the release of the Antichrist. Instantly, we have the release of the red. It says the whole earth. Arene, peace is taken from the whole earth, and all of a sudden, it doesn't give the details, but all of a sudden, on a global scale, people are released to begin to, and the Greek word is sphadzo, slaughter, begin to slaughter people. It's used of animal ritual butchery, to begin to slaughter individuals. That's exactly how they define it to me, and we've heard this again and again and again. So that scenario fits the Masonic version of chaos before a new order. It fits Father Meradon from the Cathedral of the Black Goat, his book, The Devil's Bible. It fits that scenario too. So some of the oldest, darkest occultists, the idea of chaos first, a collapsing of everything so that a new order can rise, that's all by design. And we've been given the heads up in prophecy, but all prophecy has boots on the ground. It'll all eventually happen. So I do believe that millions and millions of these trained, programmed, altered, demonized super soldiers, whether we want to say it or not, they believe they're being raised to help bring the Antichrist in. When I was in England just a few months ago, their top guy that deals with SRA, Wilfred Wong, 25 years. So first time I meet him, I pull him aside and I said, "Listen, you've been doing this 25 years, yeah?" I said, "You know all about programming and demons, all that?" "Yes." I said, I looked right at him and I said, "Wilfred, why are they here in England?" Instantly, he said, "They are here to collapse our government. They are here to help bring in and usher in the Antichrist in a new order." We read in Ephesians 6, our struggle's not against flesh and blood, but against those principalities and powers. And we're commanded to put on the armor of God so we can be strong and bold. We also have been given authority, and this is important for us to know, because you saw in the crowds we just saw here, I asked how many here know your authority? Over 90% did not. Jesus had to give you authority to trample, to tread, to bring a crushing blow to the work of the enemy, and to overcome all the power of the enemy. So what's happening now is, and all the SRAs know this, for decades now, they've been summoning spirits, just like the Old Testament, summoning spirits and sending them with assignment, or putting a demon on an object to bring a curse. Voodoo can do this. Santeria can, on a lighter level, but still do this. The Saint of Death in Mexico with millions and millions. The drug lords are doing it. They're doing rituals and doing human sacrifice to fight each other at times too. So when a demon is summoned and set against you, and you feel there is a sense that there is a real impact. The awareness is number one, but the authority you have, if you'll respond immediately, is saying that, Lord, just say first, "Lord, what is this? What's going on here? The Spirit of God is in you. What's going on here?" But immediately respond, "I renounce this. I command this to be broken. You will have no effect on me. I rebuke this." And then I pray for the sender. Lord, engage them. Whoever they are, or like in astral projection too, but whoever they are, if they have summoned and sent, we've had some high magnuses do stuff in blood rituals, and we've had drawn pictures sent to us of a child sacrifice saying, "Russ, we did this for you," and they conjured and sent. So, and the good news is we can preempt a lot of things. Every day when I'm in my prayer time, I want to, Lord, is there anything that's been done, anything set my way? I want to hit it now. Are there covens? Now what we do is we locate these underground groups and we map them out on paper and we target them. We come against anything and all the demonic stuff they're doing. We pray for exposure, and we pray for God to engage the people to bring them to their knees, to save them. So you look at Saul of Tarshish, how God brought him down. I think that can happen too. The website is shatterthedarkness.net, shatterthedarkness.net, and on that website it leads to all the stuff we have, hundreds and hundreds of hours of training, all of the audios, everything, all the courses are free, and you can get trained up, get educated, learn things. And so shatterthedarkness.net. Thank you.